Welcome to the Cigar Hustlers podcast.
Welcome to episode 391 of the Cigar Hustler podcast.
Where Palmer is grumpy.
Yes.
I'm not grumpy.
Grumpy gills, grumpy gills.
All right, the event's coming up. June 20th, Mikey and I will be at Harrisburg Beer and Cigars in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Ooh.
Then, on June 21st, we will be part of the Crawl in Pennsylvania at 9:30 a.m.
What?
9:30 a.m. We'll be at the Cigar Vault, Oakdale, for stop number 2 on the Crawl.
9:30 a.m.?
9:30 a.m.
People drink it that early in the morning?
I don't know if this is a drinking thing or not.
It's a crawl.
Well, from what I understand, people have been up all night long waiting on this to start.
Oh.
And then we'll follow that up with a special Postania event around lunchtime.
Okay.
And until we have to leave for the airport.
And then we go.
And then we go.
And we fly home.
And we fly home. Then on June 26th, I'll be at Blend and Barrel in Sanford, Florida from 6 to 9 p.m. doing a pairing with Dalmore whiskey. Oh. So come on out and watch me drink whiskey. Everybody knows I just love whiskey.
Dalmore?
Dumore.
Dumore?
It's
right?
D-A-L. It's spelled D-A-L.
He needs to do more is what he needs to do.
Yeah, right.
Be a little more angry.
And then finally on June 5th, right after we celebrate Independence Day, we're having a ticketed barbecue dinner with Chip Martin here at Cigar Hustler.
With Chip?
What?
With Chip in the private lounge. Part of the Hustler Experience series with a 24-person intimate dinner. Is it 24, right? It's 24 people?
Yep, 24.
24 people. Intimate dinner and live taping of the Cigar Hustler podcast.
Your switching back and forth, though, by the way, has really become weak.
Like the little banter, I don't switch on.
Why?
No, I think that's important.
You like the little banter?
You got to stay on top of it.
Everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, before I was switching too much.
All right.
Well,
so,
have you noticed my intros were too long, then they were too short, and then they were too long?
yeah. So somewhere in the middle of all that, we're going to have a great podcast.
All right, perfect.
All right. So I need you to work on that. I think that what happened, too, was you had an audience. You had Ginger in town, and you were like, I'm going to bring my A game when it comes to speaking. And you did bring your A game. But
yeah, you did talk more.
But I feel like because you were bringing your A game with your speaking, you kind of dialed it back.
You're on your C game with the button.
Yeah, your button C game.
Oh.
Button C game. So what we need from you is B game on both fronts.
He's just over there.
All right.
Yeah, I'm clicking.
We need B game on both fronts. Just B game. Okay.
It's like he's got a paintball gun now. He's over there going.
All right.
All right, episode 390. What?
Don't we whip it?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
What are we doing for the Patreon, Michael?
I don't know. Unwrap yours and show everybody, Michael.
Oh boy.
It is the Tatuaje meat something.
The Tatuaje meat something.
Pork. Don't say that. It's not.
Pork tenderloin.
We don't love this meat. Can't say that.
We don't love this meat?
No, that's pork. The other white meat.
Pork tenderloin.
Yeah, he makes pork tenderloin.
Yes, you do. You do. Well, I just didn't want to call it meat because that's a whole nother thing.
Meat,
Oh, like LOVER.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We've already got one.
It's a totally different meat.
We already got one email from that gentleman.
This is a pork tenderloin.
Yes, completely different. It's a white meat. The other white meat.
This you can smoke and you will confirm if you're Christian or not, right?
Okay.
Muslims don't eat pork?
That's correct.
Well, well, you could be Jewish.
You could be Jewish?
Jewish people don't eat pork either.
Okay. Are you Jewish, Palmer?
Yes. Shalom.
So this is like a Muslim thing then? So Muslims won't smoke this?
Well, Jewish people are aren't they Muslim?
Kosher?
No.
Aren't Jewish people Muslims? Yes.
And all named Muhammad.
Mohammed.
All right, Muhammad Palmer.
Those Israelis. those Muslim Israelis.
Muslim Israelis named Muhammad.
Okay.
All right, this week we cover major immigration raids in L.A. and the fiery fallout as Trump calls on the National Guard. The Trump-Musk feud hits new lows. TSA reminds us Costco cards won't fly.
What?
Oh, yeah, right. And cigar news is packed. Tariffs hit prices, import drops. Max Bichler exits Rocky Patel, plus new releases from Kristoff, Micallef, and Dunbarton. And it's game time again with the world's new favorite game. What's the score?
Yes.
Right.
Mike versus Boots in a cigar showdown you don't want to
Mike
miss.
versus
You know what?
Boots.
Just skip all the other stuff. Let's just get to that.
Just get to that
Yeah.
one.
Let me ask you, did you look last week?
On what?
On
He
the,
thinks you
on the
cheated.
reviews?
He thinks you cheated.
You were pretty good there.
No, I didn't look.
No?
I wouldn't even know where to. I don't know anything about the half wheel. Except the things
to
you guys
stop
post.
any type of cheating involved, I went back in the archives and pulled one from an older review that no one would know where I got it from.
How old?
2012.
Oh, my God, dude. That's too old.
Why? A review's a review.
Was that when they were first tasting cigars?
It's still Brooks and Charlie.
All right. But let's try and keep it next time moderately up to date. I think that's kind of important.
Well, no worry.
Okay.
You just sit over
I
there
can't wait to hear what the
smile.
cigar is.
Okay. Well, before we get into it, though.
Before we get into that, CH Pod is the new website everybody's going to.
So we have officially launched CH Pod, and we have our limited edition
Our second shirt.
4th of July Palmer. Can you see that? Can you see that? How's that?
Perfect.
It's Independence BDP.
Independence BDP. So, we listened to some feedback from you guys. We removed BDP. We made Mr. Palmer himself a little bit bigger. And now...
Oh, did they ask for the BDP to come off?
Yes, they
I
wanted
didn't
it
know
gone.
that.
They wanted it gone.
Oh.
And we listened.
Okay.
And we took care of them.
That's fine.
So now, also, if you buy one shirt, when you buy a second shirt, that same time, you get 40% off on your second shirt.
That's a deal.
Sir. And shout out to Julian Gordon this time for just jumping on there without any indication whatsoever and just grabbing the 4th of July shirt.
Yes.
Julian, we honored the discount for you, even though you didn't do buy one, get one at the same time. You have been a loyal fan to us.
Yeah, they were so close together. It's 2 orders.
And we're going to take care of you. So
Can we do like if they buy their shirt and wear it on 4th of July and post it on our website or Facebook or whatever you guys want to do, Instagram? Can we do like a giveaway or a game or?
we could do a shout out.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Perfect.
Because we already got
we could call them in.
We already have discounts going on here at this point.
Can we do like a phone call?
Yeah, we could do a phone call if they're available, if they want to call in.
Oh, perfect. They could be on the show.
Well, they can't call in. We have to call them.
We'll call. Don't call us. We'll call you.
Right, because who knows when this thing goes.
Yeah, but
It varies from week to week.
But jump on chpod.com and get your 4th of July BDP shirt. They are extremely limited. Limited. It's unlimited.
Do we have a price?
Yeah, $29.95.
$29.95.
Plus, depending on the size, though.
Right.
And they go all the way up to 4X.
These go up to 3X. 4X was a little tougher on the tanks. So, all right.
Got a lot of room to grow out in them.
Well, it's a tank top, too, so. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, federal agents conduct immigration raids across L.A. Trump orders National Guard response sparking riots in L.A. Federal agents conducted a series of immigration sweeps across Los Angeles on Friday, prompting anger and resistance from onlookers and immigrant right groups that have braced for this type of action for months. By Saturday, tensions were rising between state and local authorities and Trump administration officials who said they were calling up the National Guard in response to what they said were violent mobs attacking ICE officers and federal law enforcement agents. Carrying out basic deportation operations in Los Angeles, Governor Gavin Newsom called the plan to take over deployment from the state purposefully inflammatory, adding that it will
What the
only...
hell does that mean?
Yeah, really.
Well, normally the National Guard is under the control of the governor of the state.
Okay.
Trump had to do a special thing so he could call them up.
Yeah, it's an override.
Yeah.
So Trump is in charge? So this is like
Well, he's always been in charge. He just lets the governor over there watch the babies.
so this is like Dark Knight
Sit down.
Rises with
Yes.
Bane.
Go sit down.
The guy's yelling, "I'm in charge," and then Bane goes, "Do you feel in charge?"
Yes.
That's Trump.
Yes.
Yes. Newsom said he'd been in close coordination with the city and county, and there is currently no need for the National Guard.
Wow.
President Donald Trump.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, that's
I've seen some videos.
I've seen some
speculative.
photos and stuff.
Have you seen? What have you seen? What have you seen?
The unmanned taxis are really big out there, apparently.
Yeah.
So they're taking them to where the riots are, and then they trash the cars.
And they're burning them. That's
They're burning
awesome.
them. They crack the windows with a skateboard. They spray painted graffiti all over them.
Don't forget the brick throwers.
I didn't see a brick thrower. I saw a man with a
Yes.
skateboard.
There was a guy in the median throwing bricks at every car trying to pass through.
I love that.
Oh, every car.
Why doesn't nobody ran that guy over?
I'm just trying to figure out where the bricks came from. It was like a pallet of bricks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe he's a bricklayer by trade.
Like he ordered from Home Depot. He's like, I want them right here. I pinned it.
Don't go to Home Depot. It's where the riots started.
Really?
Well, of course.
ICE
it did.
went there and just gathered people up.
Yeah, of course.
That's where it started? Serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, of course they go to Home Depot.
But now they're all gathering in one place.
Yeah, now they're right off
So
the
it's
highway.
perfect.
Right off the highway somewhere.
I saw a video of like 8 cop cars sitting on a highway and people just chucking bricks and all sorts of things at
Now,
them.
do they know, are these all illegal immigrants that are, or are these people that support illegal immigrants?
It's a mixture.
Is it a mixture? I
How
guess
could
there's
you-
no way.
How can you? What do you? Excuse me, sir. Are you an immigrant?
Well, maybe he wears a shirt says no green card. Come get me.
And no green card. Come get me. We'll throw sticks.
Yeah.
Or what,
I'm
bricks.
an American shirt. That's what he's wearing.
American.
No, the ones that are say they wear I am an American.
No, the ones that aren't should be wearing the ones that I'm American, so they don't give themselves
Really
up.
confuse them, right?
But it's safe to say things are kind of out of control.
Yeah,
I would say so. Yes,
Yeah.
certainly.
This is like history repeats itself. Don't you feel like this is like the whole Rodney King thing again?
Rodney King.
Yeah, like when the whole LA riots,
South Central LA. He thinks because it's in LA
Yeah.
and there is
pandemonium.
Yeah.
well, and also non-whites that it's the same thing.
Oh, I
Right.
didn't say that.
Yeah. 'Cause he's
that's what you said.
Borderline racist. Over
Well,
there.
well, did you guys okay?
This
Continue
feels-
the story.
this-
There's more to add to this.
This feels a little different to me than.
It does feel a little
Rodney.
different to me, too.
Call me crazy.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah, this is an immigration issue, not like, Rodney just got beat up because he was in the wrong place.
Yeah. Rodney got the crap beat out of him for no reason.
Did he get beat up because he was in the wrong place?
Oh my god. And canceled.
There we go.
And Boots will be replaced next week with.
By an African-American man who has completely different views. Trump on social media said the move was needed if Governor Gavin Newsom of California and Mayor...
Newcomb.
That's his last name.
That's his last name.
Newsom.
Newscum. Newsom.
Well, it's California. He could pronounce it either way.
Yeah, it could go either
It's
way.
Newsom.
It's like
Is it?
carrot and carrot. Same thing.
Newcomb.
Yeah.
Newcomb.
That's what that's what
Mayor Karen Bass of Los Angeles can't do their jobs, which everyone knows they can't. Then I like how he does that. They can't do their jobs. We all know they can't do their jobs.
Right.
And the federal government will step in and solve the problem. Rioters and looters, the way it should be solved. Oh, he's just getting rid of them. President signed a memorandum authorizing at least 2,000 National Guard personnel as well as any other members of the regular armed forces as necessary to augment and support the protection of federal functions and property in any number determined appropriate in his discretion. Basically, he wrote a blank check.
Well, it's already a blank check.
He prints the money.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
They print the money.
Right.
They don't,
He goes, I'm sending this many people. Unless I need more, then I'm sending those. Unless I need somebody from somebody else, I'm sending those too. And then if we need air support, I'm going to send those people.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't make me call
Anybody
back the
named
merchant of
Mohammed
death
is
guy.
not allowed in the area because Boot said so.
What's that?
Anybody but no Mohammeds are allowed.
Mohammeds?
Well, they don't live there.
A conflict in Paramount, a city about 56,000 residents south of L.A. That's maybe heard south central L.A.
Right.
That was the same
And
thing.
that's why he thought, assumably, the same thing.
Right.
Right.
Attracted national attention after protests near a Home Depot extended into Saturday.
was
Those
a Home
protests appear to have begun when ICE agents were spotted in the area. Sheriff's officials said in a statement Saturday that as the situation escalated, the crowd of protesters became increasingly agitated, throwing objects and exhibiting violent behavior towards federal agents and deputy sheriffs in response to the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department requested additional resources countrywide, deploying additional deputies to maintain order.
So I showed up on the weekend, or was it like end of last week?
It's probably during the week because they're all looking for jobs.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because
I think it was towards the end of the week.
so it was still during the week. It was during a weekday.
I don't think the ICE is just a Monday through Friday thing. I think they.
Well, I'm just saying, would Home Depot be that busy with potential immigrants if it was on a weekend?
I don't know how that works.
I don't. Yeah, well,
It'd probably be busy.
I mean, I have heard that they gather there and get picked up by employers.
yeah.
I imagine somebody works on
I
Saturday.
like that you're kind of tiptoeing this on eggshells. That's nice.
what I
Well,
mean,
I'm not the racist in
what
the show
was
anymore.
the,
I'm really enjoying this.
what was the increase in Lowe's stock after this? Was there a lot of people shopping there? A lot of immigrants over there and stuff?
I don't know. Let me look that up while we're doing the show. Isn't that his job?
Yeah. Yeah. Why are you asking us? You're,
asking us. You're the informer.
you're supposed to be the card guy.
Ginger, was there a increase in
Ginger's
Lowe's?
gone. He left.
I just
Well,
went
you
to a
know,
black screen for
You
him.
get the
Okay.
cruise ship thing, and then it went black screen. What?
He should have been.
I hit the wrong button.
He should have been mic'd up yesterday.
President Donald Trump said on Saturday there would be serious consequence. Oh, never mind. I went to the next story. It's also a Donald Trump story.
Okay. Yeah. So there was. So I was just watching the news upstairs while you guys were doing your stuff, and it's now not just in L.A.
Okay.
It has now gone to Atlanta as well.
That's a big jump.
Wow, that's a big jump there, isn't it? Yeah.
That's coast to coast.
Unless you think they're close
That's
together.
exactly what the title read, coast to coast.
He thinks they're close together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Next door in Atlanta.
Yeah.
No, but it's just spreading now.
Okay.
Spilled over.
So there's pushback.
In Atlanta now.
Is it the same reason because they went to Home Depot and gathered up?
I don't know if it's the same reason, but what will happen, right? If it doesn't get controlled, then Trump will release National Guard over there as well.
More National Guards?
More?
Well, he's got the blank check now. As many as I need. I think he ordered.
He's always had the blank check.
Yeah. I thought we established this earlier.
He released a memorandum that said, I can do this now.
Oh, yeah? I am the captain now?
I am the captain now. Exactly.
Okay.
Because normally the president does not have access to the National Guard.
So are they peacefully protesting or are they rioting? Let me
They're
ask you.
rioting.
Seeing the burning cars and
You
everything.
seen the burning stuff?
No, I'm talking about.
They're not at Burning Man out in the desert.
I'm not talking about California. I'm talking about Atlanta.
I don't know. This is new. The
this
new
is
Atlanta.
new.
This is new.
This is new. All I saw was people outside with pickets. That's it.
With
Okay,
pickets, with signs. They just walk around with signs.
That's peaceful protest.
No more immigration. No. Are they for or against?
Against.
They're against immigration.
No. They're
They're
against the government.
Got
they're
you.
for the immigrants.
Oh. Do they have "I'm an American" shirts on?
No, it's kind of crazy. I would think everybody would wear like something like that.
I like that none of it makes any sense at all whatsoever, ever.
It doesn't.
We riot for any apparent reason.
Well,
now, so,
it's
well.
No more Ford cars.
It's a lot of
Right.
It's pro-regulation is upset about regulation of the regulatory regulation of illegal immigrants.
Exactly.
Like, I don't understand that.
This is why people
and
are
then
upset.
and then I also don't understand on the other side of it where organizations are anti-regulation and then all of a sudden regulations is swooped in from their parties and they're like, that's perfectly fine too. How is that okay if you're not pro-regulation? But
I have no idea what you just said.
Yeah, I'm fucking lost.
didn't take much.
Well, there was a lot of pro and regulation and non-pro and.
Well, that's the reality, though. The reality is.
Why are people mad that he's enforcing laws that everybody knows we have?
Right. That's kind of what that's part of what I'm saying.
Okay.
And then
Right, it makes no sense.
And
Well, a lot of people are ignorant to the laws anyways.
what's really kind of remarkable is that there are people that are pro law,
Right.
and there are people that are pro less law.
Right.
Right.
And right now, that situation is completely flipped.
Yeah.
Completely flipped.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's my
I
point.
mean, how did we get to this point?
How did we get to this
I
point?
mean, what, they all snuck in?
CNBC, CNN, I don't know. MSNBC.
No,
I blame ABC News for all of this.
No, how it came about is just it was never regulated. You didn't. I mean, ICE was around, and ICE was, grabbing immigrants that shouldn't have been here. But it's only usually like if they committed a crime and were in jail, and then they would get deported.
I've seen in the movies. They go to the places where they make all the dresses and stuff, and they usually find them.
We're going to get a long diatribe from individuals, as one in particular I know, who will tell us how wrong and stupid we are with our perspective. But
I'm sure.
but here's what I'm going to tell you. It's a fine line, compassion and regulation, right?
Right.
And what happens is laws can sway tremendously on either side. Right? Are you good with keeping you up?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Are you sure?
He's not on me. Will you not bring attention to the fact that I yawned?
No, I'm going to bring it up, yeah. So what happens is when you're overly compassionate, you deregulate too much, right? And when you deregulate too much, you don't enforce laws of people being illegally in your country.
Right.
And then when that becomes a problem, the pendulum swings the other direction, and then you have overregulation, right?
Right.
And then overregulation causes upheaval, and then things have to go back to the other way. So, like, somewhere in the middle is where we need to be.
It's just a hard ground to get to.
However, where that line is, it's hard to determine because everybody's perspective is different.
Well, they're not making new laws. They're just enforcing the ones that We're already there.
Well, but they haven't enforced those laws in a long time.
Yeah, people are, like I said, ignorant to it because it just hasn't been enforced.
Well, not only that, but like that has been the way. And that's not just the way of our country. That's been the way for Western society, United Kingdom, a lot of countries in Europe for the past 5-6 years, right? And because of that, you're seeing this tremendous change in culture in a lot of these countries. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. I'm not here to tell you that. That's not my job. I'm just a talking head like you are that smokes cigars, right? What I can tell you is that when you affect your people and your people are not comfortable, you're going to have pushback. And then normally with that pushback is too far. It exceeds where it's supposed to go. And then you bring back and you find yourself in the middle somewhere, right?
Right.
Like, should a person that came in here illegally 15 years ago, hasn't had any issues with crime, be pushed out of the country?
By the laws, yes.
That's a question, right? And as far as the laws are concerned, the answer is yes, right? And I think a lot of people would agree with, well, yes. But if it directly affects you, and that's a person that's been in your life for the past 15 years, and they're a sweet person, they do all the good things, you're probably going to stand up and fight for that person.
Right, yeah, because emotionally you're
right?
attached.
Like,
Well,
hey,
emotionally, you're connected, like he just said.
right. So are you wrong for defending a person that you love and you care about? I don't think that you're wrong. Are they wrong for breaking the law? Yes. Like, is there a midpoint? I don't know. Like, this is one of those things where it's people are going to be upset one way or the other.
And, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're an immigrant...
I will happily correct you if you're wrong.
Perfect.
No problem.
If you're an immigrant in this country and you go to do the test and become an American citizen, it's not like if you go to do the test, they go, hey, you're illegal, you got to leave until you get the test, go through all the tests. Like, I'm pretty sure... I mean, I have a buddy who did that.
You have a buddy?
And he just did it recently. Yeah, he used to own a pizza shop in Deltona.
Okay.
And he just did it recently. He was here for 22 years illegally from Italy. And then he went and took the test. While he sold his pizza shop, went to go take the test to gain his citizenship, and passed it after, I think it took him almost a year to get everything, all the paperwork and test and and then became an American citizen. It's not, they didn't ship him back to Italy while he was trying to do that process.
Right.
So you can come in illegally, be here for a
Yes.
while, and then go, I would like to be legal now. And they just go wait in line. Fill out the paperwork.
I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of penalty, some kind of fines or what. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know how that works either, but it seems odd that you can just, I've been here for 20 years, and now, you know what? I think now is the time because I hear they're going to start kicking us out soon. So I'm going to.
America's not against immigrants coming in.
No, but there's
built on immigrants.
There's a legal way to do it, though.
Right. So I think as long as they're just going through the process of doing, gaining citizenship, I don't think the country, like you're asking, I don't think America's just going to go, hey, see you later. Come back when you pass the test.
Huh.
So,
Don't know how it works.
Why did we get rid of Ellis Island? What was wrong with that?
It's still there.
It's still there, but it's no longer a processing thing.
Well, it's out in California now.
Oh, it's out in Cali?
Yeah, and that place is a shit show right now.
My father came through Ellis Island.
Yeah?
Yeah. My father came through Ellis Island.
Yeah, my grandfather.
They dealt with all the bullshit that existed then.
He did it the legal way, though.
Yeah.
He came in, he got his hand stamped, and
Yeah.
whatever they got to do.
But it was like a prideful thing at that time frame, right?
Yeah.
Like you go to Ellis Island, you sign the book, you do all the paperwork, you bring your name over. If you want to bring your name over, you change it a little bit.
I don't know how prideful it was, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, did you see what the Yellowstone version of when the
I
lady
did.
went? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was horrific what she went
A
through.
little intense.
I don't know
Yeah.
if that was real.
I'm willing to bet that some of that shit went down.
Oh, I'm sure.
But
I don't think it was like, I'm here. This is all. Hey, would you like?
come on in.
Come on in. Would you like a sandwich? While we
here's
stick
I
our
don't
finger
think
up
they
inside
were,
of you.
Here's a sticker.
Right here's a sticker. Here's your $20 and your American flag. Please proceed.
Get your
Oh,
lollipop.
I love New York T-shirt. Don't forget that.
I love America
Alcatraz, New
T-shirt.
York.
Wear this no matter what happens if you go to a riot. Wear I am American on your shirt. Because it's going to save us all trouble later.
Or you could buy the BDP 4th of July one.
Buy the BDP 4th of July shirt. Either one shows you're an
Right.
American.
If you're wearing a BDP 4th of July shirt, you gotta be an American.
Right, you got to be American.
Without question. I would have, instantly assumed that.
And smoke one of these pork tenderloins while you're doing it.
Yeah. And then you wouldn't be an Israeli Muslim.
Right, from Detroit.
They'll never know.
Oh, God. Are we moving on?
I think we've beaten this one to death. Yeah.
President Donald Trump on Saturday said there would be serious consequences if tech mogul Elon Musk funds Democratic candidates to run against Republicans who vote in favor of the GOP's sweeping budget bill. Mm-hmm. Mom and Dad are fighting.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
If he does, he'll have to pay the consequences for that, Trump told NBC News in a phone interview, but declined to share what those consequences would be.
Right.
He's going to get in trouble.
There aren't any.
What are you going to do to him? It's trouble. Just trust me. It's trouble.
There are no consequences with that.
He'll have to pay very serious consequences if he does that, he added.
Right.
And he won't get the coconut crunch cake from Tom.
That's an empty threat. 100% an empty threat. Yeah, you don't get the Tom Cruise.
The president also said he has no desire to repair his relationship with Musk after a feud between the two men erupted into public view earlier this week. No, Trump said when asked if they had any wish to do so. Asked if he thought of his relationship with the Tesla and SpaceX CEO was over, Trump said, "I would assume so."
Okay.
Yeah. He added yeah to the end.
So what do you think of what do you think of this? Boots.
Didn't we touch on this
last
week or something?
We have not. Mom and Dad started fighting after our podcast.
After the podcast.
I think it's silly.
Which one's mom? Let me ask you that. Elon? Or
It'd probably be.
You think Elon's
Yeah,
mom?
I think Elon would be mom.
You think Elon's mom?
Elon.
Trump's dad?
Well, Dad's got the power.
Dad's got the power?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's silly, man. Like, look, first of all, whatever feud that they really had, because that's not going to come out. They could just be, they're businessmen. They could have just broke up amicably, whether it was for business or for a personal relationship, and just moved the fuck on.
Yeah.
Trump doesn't do anything without some big thing.
Without it being a fiasco.
How can they just, we just all of a sudden see they don't talk anymore and we're going to go, wonder why they're not talking anymore?
Well, I think that's what fueled it.
That they're not talking anymore?
Yeah. Somebody probably
I saw a press conference last week and they looked fine. Finishing each other's sentences. He's standing behind him like he's his big brother.
Right.
Everything looked fine. Then 2 days later, I hate him. He hates me. He's a Nazi.
It could be a ploy. It could be a smoke show.
I think that's what it is.
That's what I said.
Well, I said that too. Before you said it, you can ask Greg.
You said it before I said it?
I said it to Greg.
Did you?
And then you verified my information when you were saying the same thing to Greg.
So you guys are just like Trump and Elon, finishing each other's sentences.
Yeah, look at that.
I think there's something going on over here. So they ran, hey, look over here.
Interesting.
Who
Do you
knows
think
what it
that
is?
you
They're
think that,
finishing the wall.
Maybe they found aliens.
Maybe.
do you think that there is value for Elon to uncouple from the Republican Party?
No.
I don't
No?
think so.
Why not?
I don't. Well, I don't know. I mean, are they all of a sudden, are the Democrats buying his cars now?
I mean, they did originally.
Trump gave the car back.
He gave it back.
Yeah, his special car he gave him, he gave it back.
He returned it.
Well, there's no refunds.
Can you
but
return?
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
He just said, "Take this back."
Maybe the battery ran out.
There was some movie stars buying them now or not buying them now. I forget how it went. Whatever they weren't doing, they're now doing. I don't really know.
Well, you know who Michael Jordan is?
Yes, I know who Michael Jordan is.
Michael Jordan had a really famous quote. Do you know what that quote is about politics?
Show me the money.
No, that was Jerry Maguire. That was Tom Cruise. And no, you're not getting the coconut cake.
I don't know. I saw his airplane this morning. He's being shown the money.
He's got the.
He just got it painted.
You talking about Michael Jordan or Tom Cruise?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan's plane?
Yeah.
Why are you staring at Michael Jordan's plane?
It was in the news. He just had it painted.
He just had it painted?
Painted.
Yeah, it's probably some type of
$500,000 paint job on his $7 million plane.
Really?
Seemed a little inexpensive.
It probably was for him because, I mean, he makes that within like 10 minutes.
Right, exactly.
You got to make cutbacks.
10% of everything with the stupid jumping guy on it.
Well, back in the day,
Jordan.
Jordan was trying to. They were pushing him into joining the Democratic Party,
Okay.
and he would never ever endorse or back anybody in the Democratic Party.
Okay.
And when people asked him about it, he responded with, well, Republicans buy shoes too.
Right.
So at the end of the day, if you're in a business and you're selling cars, why would you want to split your consumer down the line?
Right.
To solely Republicans. I mean, if anything, it really kind of hurt him because realistically, blue Democrats were probably his bigger customer.
Yeah, because their energy.
Oh, yeah. They're
for the longest period of time, right? And then they flipped on him when he endorsed Trump. So then Republicans were probably his supporting party, or supporting cast. And, it seems like this is kind of a mixed bag. Well, why not just stay the fuck out of it and,
Could be. It is kind of coincidence that the minute he steps down from Doge, they get in a big fight, and now they're not.
Yeah, you can't tell me that two people that own their own social media platform don't understand the concept of an emotional lashing out is the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
Well, Trump has a history of doing that all the time.
Well, no, Trump has a history of theatrics. And Elon, I think, is part of those theatrics as well. I think that's what both of these guys have done at this point. You call it a smoke show.
They're good businessmen.
They turn around, they say, hey, we're going to do these things. You know what? I'm going to go after you. You can go after me, and we're going to kind of part ways. And, you still have my support quietly, whatever I can do to help or whatever, yada, yada,
You can still come over for poker on Thursdays. And
sounds exactly like the mafia.
Because throwing out an empty threat of there's going to be consequences if you endorse the Democrat we all know that that's not true.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Right. So
well, he has been hinting that he's going to take away his government contracts, which would financially hurt him.
Well, he was pulling back the EV bill or whatever anyways, the endorsement. Elon was aware of that, and Elon said that he was done with the Dragon rocket or whatever.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he said, that's cool. I'm done with it.
I saw something that I guess Elon supposedly uncovered some more stuff off the Epstein list and Trump was on it or whatever.
I heard that's been a threat.
Well, he made that tweet, and that tweet's been removed ever since. But Elon was never part of the Epstein files.
No, he's saying Trump was.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that Elon was never granted, hey, you're in charge of the FBI.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's part of the Department of Government Efficiency or whatever he was doing to some degree, but he was never involved in the other aspect of that. So I don't see how he would have access to that information.
You don't think he could find a way to get the list?
No.
Oh, I think he could. I think he's well enough connected up there now.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that list is probably very well protected.
Okay, so listen.
If there is even a list,
look. If there's definitely a list, but if you want to go down, this rabbit hole, I'll entertain this with you.
Yes.
Who's in charge of the FBI?
Patel, or God, I don't know what his name is. Patish.
Mohammed.
He could.
You're pretty close, actually.
Yeah. Oh God, he's bald headed. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely owns some oil.
Definitely owns some oil. That's not.
I'm sorry.
No, he doesn't own oil.
Okay, I can picture the guy's face. I don't know.
I can't believe he just said that he owns oil. I know. I don't think you can picture.
Okay,
his
he's
face.
in charge of the FBI. You don't think Trump is seeing the list?
Okay, so wait a second.
He's trying to set this up here.
So the guy's name's Kash Patel.
Okay.
That's what it is.
All right, he's in charge of the FBI.
Okay.
All right, and he's handling the operation of the Epstein list, allegedly. Right.
Okay.
So, is it possible that Trump has seen the list? Sure, he's the president of the United States of America.
Right.
Of course he has.
So he's sitting around with Elon one night, and he goes, "Hey, you want to see the list? I got the list."
He definitely did that.
Sure, he did.
Yeah.
He's showing off.
They were eating pizza in New York City.
Right. You want to put your hand inside the football? Come on. Put your hand inside the football.
Yeah, come here.
Just don't touch the button. Don't touch the button anyway. But you want to hold it? You want to hold the football?
Hey, you want to know who killed JFK?
Yeah. Watch this. I push his button. I get a Diet Coke. You push it. See if you get a Diet Coke.
Okay, so hold on. Let me reverse engineer this for you. Guy makes an accusation on Twitter saying that Trump is on this Epstein list.
Right.
You're going to tell me that the president of the United States, who's on that list, shared that list with Elon? Hey, check this out.
It probably goes, fuck, I gave him the wrong list.
You're not going to believe this.
Hey, secrets don't make friends. Just so you know.
he gave him the wrong copy.
So, no, I don't believe it.
Wait, did you give him the list I'm on? You're fired.
Yeah, Patel, you're out of here.
That's it. Now we gotta send. Now we have to send angry tweets to each other, so we can.
I gotta call you a Nazi, just so you know.
So we can uncouple.
We almost kicked the camera.
So, no, I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe.
You don't think he showed him what was that? The secret book that has all the secret. You want to know who killed JFK? Come here.
Check this out.
Come here. I'll tell you. Look right here.
Here it is.
Here it is.
No, I don't believe that.
You don't think you want to sit at my desk? Come on. Sit at the desk. Go ahead. Have a seat. Sit
Look
there.
in this drawer. This is what Bill left me.
This is what Bill left.
I couldn't see that either.
Don't touch that. It's that blue dress.
You could see him saying, "Hey, why don't you sit in my desk?"
Sure.
No way.
Oh my
If
God!
I was a
would let all
president-
my friends sit at the
Yeah,
desk.
if I was a president and you came in, first thing I'm doing is go, you want to sit down here? You want to sit at the desk?
For one day, I'll let you be the president.
Jax, come here. Sit at the desk.
Now-
sit at the desk.
Having a kid sit in the chair is totally different. Having a grown ass man sit in you want to be
Sure, you want to sit in the chair that the most powerful man in the world sits in?
Yes.
Have a seat. Sit down.
I couldn't see that happen. I couldn't see Trump.
Mary, bring the camera. Take Mikey's picture. He's my
Yes.
friend.
I couldn't see Trump doing that
Sure, why not?
Maybe that's why they broke up.
because he's Trump. He's like this. He believes he's this powerhouse of a person. Like
You didn't see the interview. Who's the guy that runs the MMA?
Dana White.
Dana White. There's an interview Dana White does about Trump where Trump's calling him on the phone after fights, before fights,
Yeah.
just goofing on the phone with him about how good the fight was. And,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to come in. We're going to have lunch together. And then we'll go to the fight. And then he calls him the next morning. Ooh, that was a really good fight.
Yeah, he's sitting in my chair.
So he's a human.
you wanna sit in my chair?
So he's a human being. Yeah, I get that.
Well, that's what the other part's a human being, too.
Do you
He
think
comes
that
in-
he'd say, you know what, you want to sit in the chair? You want to sit in the chair? I
You know
You
could.
want to sit in the chair? You
I
wanna
feel
sit
like
in
that's the only bargaining tool he's got at this point. So I think that
Yeah,
could
what else is he gonna-
definitely, yeah.
That
You get to
Trump
sit in the-
has?
You
Yeah.
get to sit in the chair and you get to hit the
And the
Diet
red
Coke button.
And yeah.
You think the only bargaining tool Trump has is you can sit in the Oval
It's
Office
not a
chair?
bargaining tool.
Does he
He just called it a bargaining tool.
He did. Well, he's an idiot. We all know that.
Do you think Trump has a McDonald's like Richie Rich in
Yes.
the White House?
In the White House? I think he can get McDonald's stuff. I don't think there's an actual golden arches in it.
Well, then he's not as powerful as Richie Rich. Macaulay Culkin is way more powerful.
Richie Rich is fake, just so you
Okay.
know.
Yeah, it's not a real person.
It was documented.
You guys are out of your minds. How did
No,
I find this out?
I think you're being a little naive. That kind of stuff probably happens all the time.
You want to sit?
Yeah, come on.
Hey, you're a grown ass man. I'm a grown ass man. You want to sit in the chair?
How about this?
I am the
How about-
president of the mother-loving United States, the most
Yes.
powerful man in the world.
Yes.
This is where I sit and work. Would you like to sit there?
You want to sit
Yes.
in the chair?
Or even better,
You wanna
let's
sit on my
go
lap?
ride in my car.
No, not sit in the lap.
And let them shoot bullets at it. It's bulletproof.
That would be fun,
That's
too.
way better.
I can't wait till Boots is president.
Oh my god. Okay,
Watch this. I push this button.
check this out.
Check this out.
Watch, Kim Jong Un's gonna call me right now. Watch.
Yeah. You want a phony phone call, Kim Jong-un?
Here, let's call Rodman. He's gonna be on a three-way.
All right, let's go. Moving
Yeah,
on.
hello. I'd like to order some Korean food.
Next story. Next story.
Hello.
Next story.
Hello. Is this you again, Mr. Trump?
Oh no, it's
No,
not
no,
me.
it's not me.
Damn you, Donald.
Damn you, Donald. You call again. I told you no more. I sent bomb.
Okay, bye. I love you.
Trump says he has no plans to speak with Musk anytime soon after he sat in my chair. I have no intention of speaking to him again. He farted in my chair.
Oh man,
Maybe that's what it was.
You
Maybe.
know what? That would be definitely the
Something simple like
Sure.
that.
Trump also accused Musk of being disrespectful to the office of the president. I think it's a very bad thing because he's very disrespectful. How can that be something? I mean, he stood behind him for an hour and a half while Trump said how great he was.
Yeah, I'm not buying all this shit. It just
No.
doesn't make sense to me. It's just
After that day, he became disrespectful?
look. It just seems very WWE esque to me. It's
Oh, man, I was about talking to Dana White.
there's some type of cage match going on or something.
Vince is back, baby.
You know, like Elon's doing an interview, and then all of a sudden you hear like fucking John Cena's theme music hit.
Dun, dun, dun,
Musk is behind him doing like
Yeah, and then all of a sudden Trump runs in with a fucking chair.
Damn, I missed that. I didn't get the camera on him fast enough.
Do it again. Do it again.
Can't see me. Can't
There
see
you go.
me.
Can't
Thank
see
you.
me, can't
Thank
see
you.
me.
I need that for later.
You know, he got that from his brother.
Oh yeah,
His autistic brother or something used to do that all the time.
really?
Something like that.
Interesting.
In the days leading up to the Republic, I like John Cena. He's
Yeah.
done the most Make-A-Wish things of anybody else in the
He
world.
has,
He's
and
very-
he would let you sit in the chair.
He
if
would let you sit in
yeah.
his chair.
I don't know if Trump would.
I bet he would. Do you think Trump lets his son sit in the chair?
Of course.
Could be his one day.
Sit down. This could be yours one.
I think that he would let a kid sit in the chair. I don't think that he would let a grown-ass man, oh, can I sit in the chair? Fuck you.
I mean, his son looks like a grown-ass man.
Well, I wouldn't ask, but if he asked me, I'd go, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that he would say,
sit in
you
the
want to
chair.
sit here?
I sit in your chair upstairs when you're not here.
Go ahead. I don't care. I'm a totally
It's the
different.
most powerful seat in this building, Michael.
I'm a totally different being.
If you were president, would you let me sit in the chair?
Sure.
Then what's the difference?
Yeah.
I'm not Donald Trump.
Well, yeah, so what difference does that make?
He's a
You would be Donald Trump if you were president of the United States.
No, I wouldn't be. He's a totally different person than I am.
Okay, you are all of a sudden Donald Trump. Do you let me sit in the chair?
No.
Ask me.
Boots, you let me sit in the chair?
Yes.
There you
Immediately.
go. Immediately.
Yeah.
Boots been there spinning in the chair in the
Yep.
room.
I got news
Hey,
for
guess
you.
what? I got 3 chairs.
John Cena's brother with Down syndrome, it's actually Boots.
Oh.
Da, 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 da.
Can't see me. Can't see me.
Okay, next story.
I'm trying to.
Can't even see right now.
TSL tells us. Yeah, I can't see him laughing so hard. TSL.
TSA. Costco card. Go.
TSA tells Americans their Costco cards won't fly at airport security despite love for hot dogs.
Okay.
Wow, somebody flashed the Costco card.
The Real ID, not just one. The Real ID requirement took effect May 7th amid some confusion. The Transportation Security Administration clarified this week that a Costco membership card is not sufficient to present at airport security.
I like that this got out of hand at some point.
People are showing this.
Okay.
We love hot dogs and rotisserie chicken as much as the next person, but please stop telling people their Costco card counts as a Real ID because it absolutely does not, the TSA wrote on Facebook Wednesday.
Sounds like bullshit.
It's a national story. More than one
I know,
source.
but listen, being a Costco member is quite the privilege, and I think that it should qualify.
Just like sitting in the chair.
Yeah, but anybody can get a card. It doesn't mean you're an American.
But you're a member.
So you get the hot dogs and the chicken.
Yeah.
Illegally.
You know, the chicken's supposed to be very bad for you.
Is it?
Yes.
Who told you that?
I saw a video on TikTok.
So it must be real. That must be
real.
factual.
Must be real.
Which
Yeah.
chicken? The
The rotisserie
wrap?
chicken.
Oh.
They sell millions of pounds of it a day, but it's not good for you. It's full of salt and other stuff. The reminder comes less than a month after the U.S. began requiring a Real ID driver's license when flying domestically May 7th.
Yeah, because a Big Mac is fucking way healthier for you.
Right.
I didn't say that was either.
Yeah, but that's what
What's your
I'm
problem
saying.
over there, Trump?
What's that?
So what's your problem over there,
You
Trump?
can't sit in my
You're so
chair.
angry.
Number one, you can't sit in my chair.
Oh, God.
And number two, all I'm saying.
Well, you know, when you think when he leaves the room, people sit in the chair?
Yes.
Of course.
Elon definitely did it.
That's probably what happened.
Definitely did. Elon made his own chair. It flies. It hovers.
Like George Jetson style.
Here's what he did. He said, I'll tell you what. You let me sit in your chair, I'll let you sit in my rocket.
Yeah.
Seem fair?
Well, that's a fair trade.
And
That's
Donald
really a
said
fair
no
trade.
deal.
The dragon rocket.
He said, I'm going to buy a rocket and sit
He
in it
said-
myself.
He said, I am the rocket.
Well, he could go to NASA and sit in any rocket he wants.
But they're not the dragon ones.
That's true. Well, so he names one the dragon. He can do that too if he wants, I guess.
Well,
King
that's
Dragon.
Copyright infringement.
Aside from Real IDs, which have enhanced federal standards, domestic flyers can also use their passports or other federally approved forms of identification like Defense Department issued IDs, but not a Costco card. Department of Defense IDs for active and retired military continue to be acceptable form of ID at TSA checkpoints following the implementation of the Real ID last month. TSA wrote on Facebook Thursday.
How do you think this happened?
I think it became a problem. People were trying to use their Costco card.
How did we get there? Like, how did they think that would be okay?
Well, there's
Well-
probably definitely a TikTok.
They didn't have the Real ID, and they're going, well, what else you got? With your picture on it, and somebody goes, I got a Costco card, and 3 baggies back goes, oh, did you hear that? Costco cards are okay. You can use those.
Just like that?
Yeah, somebody tried to use it, and then it became a problem. You know, if one person is, there's hundreds of them trying it.
You think somebody posted it on social media and said, hey, this is how you get it?
Oh, I'm sure somewhere somebody did. Yeah.
Is that what you think, Boots?
Yeah, I definitely.
I saw on TikTok I could use my Costco card. The guy
Nobody
goes-
thought.
somebody went, supervisor. Because, I mean, the regular guy, he doesn't know. Maybe it's okay.
He's got this Costco card.
It's got his picture on it. It says he is him. So I don't know what to do.
I like to see how he presented it. Did he present it with his thumb over the word Costco?
Well, they take the card from you.
Oh,
Do you think it scans? You think I scanned it in?
definitely fucked that one up.
Well, they hit it with the light to see if it's got the holograms. Does
Well,
Costco
there's
cards have a hologram?
No. Or they? So how would they confirm that they're at least a valid member?
Right.
Maybe it's expired.
Maybe they have to call Costco.
Okay.
Maybe.
This is ridiculous. But
It is, but it was hilarious. I
Yeah.
thought it was funny. And it'll make a good short.
Maybe.
All right, Boots trending topic.
Oh.
Stage right. Laugh here.
Hello, peoples.
Slaps his lips.
Salamander outbreak linked to eggs sickens dozens of people across 7 states. More than 70 people across 7 states have been sickened due to a salamander outbreak linked to eggs recalled by a California-based egg distributor, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. On Friday, the August egg company recalled 1.7 million dozen brown cage-free and brown certified organic eggs sold under multiple brand names that have the potential to be contaminated. According to a recall notice from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, of the 79 people sickened, 21 people have been hospitalized and no deaths have been reported, the CDC said. The eggs were sold to restaurants and retailers in Arizona, California, Illinois, Indiana, Nebraska, New Mexico, Nevada, Washington, Wyoming, according to the CDC. They were distributed at retail locations including Walmart, Save Mart, Food Max, Lucky Smart, and finally, Safeway, Rally's, Food for Less, and Ralph's. Man, Ralph's got some great exposure there. That's it.
That's it?
Neither one of you noticed. He said salamander. It's salmonella.
Oh, he said
Well, it
salamander.
definitely says salamander.
Salamander is a lizard.
Yes.
Is this salamander?
I know what it says. I wrote the copy, but I mean, he didn't even catch it. Just blew
Wow,
right past
bro.
you two.
Because I would think my friend who I would let sit in the chair would write salmonella, not
Yeah.
salamander.
Salmonella's not funny.
See,
The
this
fact
is
you
how
said
they broke up.
salamander would have been funny
This
if
is what
Mikey would have
fucking
started
happened.
giggling and go,
You gotta let
yes,
me.
we
You gotta
got
let me
another
know
one."
about these things.
This is what happened.
Yeah.
It's
Elon
more
fucking,
funny if you think he did it on purpose, not that I threw it in.
See, he's Elon. That's what's going on right
You're
now.
Elon?
Yeah,
I'm Elon?
and you're
And
Trump.
I'm
Mikey.
Trump.
And what just happened? Or I could be Trump, whichever. And what just happened is
No,
he
you're letting
wrote
anybody
the
sit in your
wrong
chair.
thing and made us angry.
There you go. Now I gotta send out a vicious tweet about you.
Yep. You're out of here.
You're out of here.
You're out of here.
All right, now it's time for Mikey's social media moment. What do you got there, Mikey?
Ooh, I don't have any social media moments this week.
Oh God.
I didn't see anything. Nothing really happened.
Nothing
No dolls were set on fire. I looked.
Did you get a doll?
I didn't
How
get
about
a doll.
Terrence Riley's casting couch in his hotel room?
Oh, that is a decent one. That's
You
a
got a
decent one.
casting couch?
So-
What type of casting couch?
So Terrence Riley was out traveling the world, and he posted about this red plastic couch.
Red plastic or leather or pleather couch in his hotel room.
Yes.
He is currently also posting that he has a handful of resumes and is doing interviews.
Oh, this
Yes.
seems familiar.
So if you put 1 and 2 together,
Oh,
you
you're
get
saying.
casting couch.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what I'm assuming.
Do you think it's a reigning endorsement? If you were trying to get a job, you're in the market to join a tobacco company.
Yes.
cigar. The head of your organization has found himself in a hotel room with a red plastic leather looking faux chair. Would you want to join that company?
Well, he's also in Pennsylvania where we're going to be next weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find the same hotel with the
I'd say this is the chair.
This is the Terrence Riley couch.
I got to be honest. If we find ourselves coming across that hotel room,
Yeah, you're not sleeping there.
we won't be staying there.
What about the requirements for the job? Do you see those?
I did.
You have to be working for someone else.
Yeah. Must be in the industry.
Must be in the industry for a minimum of 3 years.
Yeah. That way we can take you away.
Take you away from someone else.
Maybe there's some people in LA that want to get out.
Maybe.
Yeah, but they're illegal, so what are you going to do there?
Well,
Yeah. Maybe you can find them at Home Depot.
just give them the shirt.
Yeah, maybe you
Buy
should
the
drive
BDP
around Home
shirt.
Depot early on a Monday morning and see who's there.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Not really a reigning. I wouldn't want to work for a company that the head guy.
That is the level, that they must sleep at.
This is where you. So wait, you're in charge.
Yeah,
and
you're
this,
the head guy,
and this is
and this is it.
and this is your room.
Your
so,
per diem covers this.
so what does my room look like?
Well, you don't get the couch.
Like room? No, the answer is room. You know, room.
He's so tall, there's no way you can sleep on that
You
couch
don't have a
either.
pillow in your car when you travel as a sales rep.
Well, that's why they want someone who's already been doing
Right.
it.
We need
They
somebody
will know.
dedicated
Right.
and we'll
Only
prepare
semi-loyal. because
Motivated.
We're going to take you away from another company.
life on the semi-loyal,
Light on the loyalty.
light on the loyalty, willing to cut ties at any moment. That's a good social media one. I forgot about that. You're so smart. See that?
Again, I have to do everything.
You're not only handsome, you're so smart.
Everything.
Yeah, you got to do everything.
All right, Max Bichler.
Oh God.
Max, yeah,
Bichler, Bichler.
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 Probably Bichler. I'm sure.
He's leaving Rocky Patel.
Oh, so we're getting into cigar news.
Yeah, then we're going to.
Is he going to Argonosa?
Well, I mean, unless you want me to come up with something else that maybe you should have brought. I don't know.
Oh.
Okay.
We were leaked this information and we
Salamander
sort of
poisoning?
poo-pooed at it, but now it's come out nationally.
Yes, we did kind of poo-poo on it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, whatever.
And like, who is this guy?
We're just kinda-
He looks
we were-
like Spider-Man.
Like Q1 is over as far as all the transitions, right?
Right.
We're officially, summer is almost upon us. Summer is definitely here as far as
It's
far
here.
as
It's definitely here. He's announced that he will be leaving his role as a national sales manager for Rocky Patel Premium Cigars. I just want you to know, Matt Bichler, Mr. Bichler, what was his first
Mr. Bichler.
name? Mr. Bichler, you're
As
no
you-
longer
as like-
allowed at the weekly meetings either. His last day will be Friday, June 13th. Bichler has spent nearly 2 decades at the company in a variety of roles, climbing the ladder from local sales rep to his current position, which saw him as a hybrid sales and executive role. Ooh, hybrid. Oh, we keeping you awake over there? You tired?
Yeah,
You
I'm-
yawn?
dude,
Did
I'm
you get
like-
his yawn on camera?
Sure.
He did not.
He did not. He did not. Bichler told Cigar Hustler Podcast that he has no plans yet, but plans to take time off and work on his golf game. During his time at Rocky Patel, Bichler became the only cigar rep to ever appear on The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
Just weeks after getting married, he and his wife Kate entered the show and finished second during season 22. Recently, Bichler was elected as an associate board member on the Premium Cigar Association.
Okay.
Is that why he's leaving?
Maybe he's going to go after his TV career.
Well, there's a rumor going around that there's been a huge restructuring of Rocky Patel, and a lot of people have kind of parted ways.
Oh,
Yeah.
they have hired a bunch of new people lately.
Yeah.
The Belky lady.
Yeah.
And there's been one guy who was going to quit and then came back. I forget his name.
Okay.
I know. This is such good news. I know.
Yeah.
Somebody quit. I don't know his name, and then he came back.
So do you think that, as you like to call him, Bichler, do you think that Mr. Bichler
He
is...
bitched too much, and they asked him to leave.
Do you think that Mr. Bichler is going to be out of the industry completely, or is he going to
Nobody's ever out of the industry. They're hiring over at Aganosa.
Yeah, I thought maybe
How do you
were
feel
gonna
about
say that.
red leather couches?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to... Well, you think he's going to replace national sales manager material at Aganorsa?
No, they're just looking for a regional guy at Aganosa.
Yeah, so why would he step down to regional?
They have
He
red
wants to go back
couches.
to his roots where he started.
Yeah?
Now he wants to work his way up again.
He wants to do it all over again?
Good for his TV career. That way he has time to do more TV shows.
Another Amazing Race 2?
Or don't they do like an Amazing Race
Anniversary?
winners and losers or something? I mean,
I have no idea. I've never watched
the show on the
Amazing Race.
island. I watched it early into
The
its
show on the
thing.
island? Survivor?
Survivor. Thank you. Survivor does all these special shows with past winners and losers. The people nobody likes, or the winners and losers. Maybe they do one Amazing Race. These people came in second.
Yes.
Can you believe the fact that was mentioned as far as notoriety for this guy?
That's his biggest thing. What do you want?
I was on the Amazing Race.
And it came in second
Yeah.
or first loser, whichever way you look at it.
It's like,
It's definitely first loser. It's not second.
I was in a Pepsi commercial. I don't understand. Like, what is...
Were you in a Pepsi commercial?
No.
Oh,
But
I got excited there for a minute.
should that...
I was going to go find that.
if
right
I
now.
was at a Pepsi commercial, should that follow me around forever?
yes.
Well, Pepsi commercials 30 seconds. He did a whole season of a TV show.
Mike Shabankevich, formerly of Posania, did series of Pepsi commercial.
Yes, you could say that.
You could say that. You can put it in your bio.
I don't know.
I think it's completely acceptable.
It seems a bit odd.
I don't know. I mean, I don't care. If I had been a fan of the show, I was like, oh my God, there's Mr. Bichler.
I mean, I like Pepsi.
You like what?
I like Pepsi.
You like Pepsi? Oh, good for you. I like Mountain Dew. All right, cigar imports start 2025 down nearly 9%.
How much?
9%.
Do we have the source of where this is from?
It's got half wheel. It's always half wheel.
Oh, okay.
Well, the story's from Half Wheel, but that's not who figured out the percentage.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure
Imports
out
of premium cigars started in 2025, down 8.7%, according to a report from the Cigar Association of America, CAA. An industry trade group, the CAA says that the U.S. imported 48.404 million premium cigars in January and February, down more than 4.5 million cigars during the same period in 2024. The slow start is neither surprising nor predictive. The U.S. cigar industry has been adjusting to its peak pandemic imports, though there have been other years when there was a noticeable drop in Q1 that was made up later in the year. January's imports are typically anemic compared to the other 11 months of the year, oftentimes less than half of some of the peak import numbers that occur in the second half of the calendar. That said, January 2025 was within 1 million cigars of 2024.
Okay.
While there was nearly 4 million cigars dropped between February 2024 and February 2025. All three of the major cigar exporters to the U.S., Nicaragua, the Dominican Republic, and Honduras, exported fewer cigars to America, though the Dominican Republic fared much better than the other two. It's because Boots now likes Dominican cigars.
Yeah, it's because of all the opus.
It was down 4.1%, whereas Nicaragua, which accounts for more than half of the imports, dropped 9.3%, and Honduras declined 19.3%.
Oof.
None of these numbers were impacted by the Trump administration tariffs, which were announced in April.
Right.
The CAA creates these reports using data from the U.S. Census Bureau, the U.S. Customs Service, and information from cigar companies. What does the Census Bureau have to do with cigar counts?
No idea.
The trade group's numbers are not exact because of the reporting differences. It estimates how many large cigars were actually premium cigars. The difference between the two is that there are some machine-made cigars that met the U.S. definition of a large cigar, though these cigars would not be considered premium cigars by most people. So to summarize, these numbers are not accurate. We aren't even sure where they come from or how they decide what is even a cigar.
It says this in the story?
No, I added the last part.
Oh, okay. God.
Because I read the entire thing, and I'm, pulling it for the show, and then they go, we're not even sure what they consider a cigar.
We can't verify any of this.
We can't verify any of this information at all.
Some
are machine-made, some are handmade, some are premium, some are not premium.
Some are chocolate.
Yeah, some are chocolate cigars.
Do you think that manufacturers and brand owners in Q1 were anticipating the possibility of a tariff on their brands into Q2?
I don't know. Did Trump call Elon in and go, psst, I'm going to do some tariffs?
Well, he threatened it. I mean, he ran on it in his campaign. Tariffs. I love tariffs.
I love tariffs. We're going to do the tariffs.
Greatest word.
I'm sure there was, because that went through a bill, right? The tariffs.
I don't know.
Well, I'm sure there was some type of
executive order or some shit.
I'm sure there was some type of literature leading up to it.
Okay. I mean, he talked about it forever.
Yeah, so
right?
I'm sure people were anticipating and maybe speculated a number.
Yeah.
But
so do you think brand owners or some manufacturers were anticipating a tariff in Q2?
You think if they were, they would have imported more cigars.
That's where I'm trying to go. So just answer the fucking question. No, so they weren't anticipating it. Okay, so no, you don't think anybody was anticipating?
Yes, I think they were.
Yes, you think.
I don't know. What answer do you want me to give?
Did you order the code red?
I just want you to give.
You bet your ass I ordered the code red. Sorry.
I just want you to give your honest opinion if you feel like people knew that tariffs were going to happen. Yes or no?
So wait, they're saying that it's down in Q2. So
they're saying it was down in Q1. They haven't done Q2.
Oh, then you would think they didn't.
Okay.
Unless they're all idiots.
Okay, so if some of them had anticipated that, you would expect that number to be up to some.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so if some of them, let's say that some of them knew, because I would assume that some of them would have assumed, hey, tariffs.
Somebody, you would think somewhere.
Tariffs are going to go up, right?
Right.
So that means that those people would have imported more.
You would think.
But if their numbers were that bad, my argument here is maybe the floor that you're seeing of how down it is of 9.5% is actually far worse than what it is. Like it should be maybe down 15 or 20%.
Oh, okay. So you're saying they brought in more, but it's so that it would be down. If they brought in the regular amount, it would even be worse.
I think that those right. What I'm trying to explain, even though you've cut me off 3 fucking times at this point, is that there's a high possibility that people were anticipating these tariffs and that they still put more product into the United States for cigars. And that number is still drastically down, is what I'm trying to tell you, is
Right.
my theory, my perspective. Would that make any sense to you at all?
Yes.
Well, thanks. I'm so glad I could get there. I'm so glad. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Okay.
So in other news, there will be no more importation of cigars right now.
No, man, I think that you're starting to see a big pullback in a lot of things. The real question is it really going to affect the economy? I don't think that it's going to affect the economy tremendously.
No.
But I do think that, a lot of these products, there's been too much of them. There's been too much of them for the past 5 years.
Right.
And a lot of it needs to have some pullback. And you're witnessing that in the Q1, Q2 of this year, for sure.
Right, the balloon is deflating.
Yes.
Can I go on?
Sure.
So then to announce the Cigars Are Podcast report for the first half of 2025, cigar imports are fine. Everyone is smoking. Postania cigars are being smoked the most, and Luciano's still scamming people, as always. Don't look at him in the eyes.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Don't look at him in the eye.
That's not alleged. Don't look at him in the eyes.
Oh, boy. It's been 3 quiet weeks. You haven't said anything. So you had to
I know.
slide
I
that
did
in.
throw something in somewhere. On this week's episode of We've Got Tariffs, we have what seems to be the biggest tariff announcement, as well as a company that has magic pricing.
Okay.
Oh, please be.
PDR Cigars adds tariff-related price increase. Over the weekend, PDR Cigars began increasing the price of cigars due to the tariffs that Trump administration implemented in April. The increase has been on the company's radar since the tariffs were announced in April. So much so that it told retailers at the 2025 PCA convention and trade show it would delay the increase until June 1st so that they would have time to prepare and place orders ahead of the increase. So it's a way to bump them orders up, right? The company is adding the increase via a line item on its invoice, with Abe Flores, owner of PDR Cigars, telling Half Wheel that he plans to remove it if the tariff is ended.
Okay.
Oh, so he's separating it.
When Trump removes, we will stop adding it, Flores said, adding that I hope that this will go away. So the fact that I have, or let's say we bought it at a high tariff, and then the next guy can buy it cheaper because we got tariff pricing.
So, yeah, right. So do you think that the tariff is actually going to go away?
No, Abe Flores says if it goes away.
Okay, but
Do I think it's going to go away?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We're coming up on a deadline where it could go up to 19%. I don't know about the talks in the back rooms and things. I don't know what's been agreed upon or what's going on. We're not going to know until that deadline hits.
Okay. Do you think the tariffs go away?
I don't think so right now.
I don't think the tariffs are going away.
I don't think they're going away. I don't know if they're going to go up to 19, but they're never going away.
No.
I mean, I guess it would probably just whoever's in office next, because that would be who would change it.
Yeah, but more often than not, taxes,
Yeah, they're like, we kind of like having that extra money.
they don't really go away.
That'd be away.
Right, yeah. Taxes normally don't, but
You know? Okay.
Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust increases prices due to tariffs.
Yes.
On June 4th, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust implemented a price increase on its cigars due to the tariffs that Trump administration implemented in April, according to a Facebook post by Steve Saka, founder of Dunbarton Tobacco and inventor of cigars.
And burner of dolls.
And burner of dollars. The average increase is 3.82%, and though it was done on a SKU-by-SKU basis, meaning some cigars were more affected than others, it would appear this must be the first tariff-related increase for Dunbarton. On July 8th, the 90-day pause on tariff rates will come to an end, which could mean the Nicaraguan tariff goes back up to 19%, which we talked about. All of Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust cigars are made in Nicaragua. If this happens, we will implement another tariff increase accordingly. If the tariff goes away, it will be quite a sticky wicket, as DTT and our purveyors will have inventory we both paid at the tariffed amount. Saka also said that if the tariff ends, he may keep the current product pricing but reduce the annual inflation cost increase to 2026. So he's already sort of semi-announced he's doing an increase next year.
Right.
Are we keeping your eyes were 3/4 shut when I looked over that way?
Yeah.
So then he announces a 2026 increase now, just not how much.
So do you think the tariff increases will replace the increase in price on cigars? You know, like every year there's always an increase.
I think that some people have done that with this. And that was what I was trying to argue before in the past, where people have lost their minds over my statements.
Right.
You know, I think that they say, oh, tariffs, they've raised their price. And some people say, well, it's only 5% because 5% is the calculation of less than wholesale, which will affect, raise the price at, you know, whatever, which doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever, but whatever. And more often than not, then they still have an additional price increase and all this other stuff. So there's always, with a lot of the brands and a lot of manufacturers, there's always an indirect way of stating what the price increase is going to be and the justification. I think that Saka did it very eloquently. He did a good job saying, hey, this is what I'm going to do. Here's what it kind of equates to mathematically. The average is this. The fact of the matter is that none of it's really important except for the fact that prices are going up. And prices are going up accordingly. And who knows what the prices are going to be and how much they're going to go up until the consumer pays for it.
Do you think in the future, say there is no correction, do you think in the future boutique cigars price themselves out of the 1% of smokers?
I think that more often than not, when a brand prices themselves out of a market, that potential blend could just go away, and then they make something else that's less. That's what you do, right? If a cigar, you try and sell a cigar for $25 and the cigar doesn't sell, you can blow it out at a discount on wholesale to somebody else, offer them a deal or whatever, just get it out, get it off your books, and then you move on to something else. But the reality is that I think that if you make a good cigar and you give it a fair price, it should do very well. As long as you work really, really hard. Right?
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I didn't interrupt.
No, you're good.
All right. Micallef Black Firecracker starts shipping tomorrow. This was last week. June 6th, United Cigars will begin shipping the Micallef Black Firecracker to stores. The cigar is the latest in the company's Firecracker series, which has featured cigars from dozens of manufacturers that have been made in the same vitola, the 3.5 by 50 Petite Robusto. It has a long pigtail. Blend-wise, it uses Mexican San Andreas wrapper over an Ecuadorian binder and fillers from Nicaragua. These cigars were rolled in the summer of 2024 and have more than a year of age on them.
How long do they sit in the pylon room?
Well, I'll get to that in a minute.
Oh.
You just sit tight over
there. Oh, I'm very sorry. I just did a
The MSRP is set at $9 per cigar, and it will be offered in boxes of 20 cigars. The Firecracker series dates back to 2007, and Two Guys Smoke Shop, a New Hampshire-based chain of retailers owned by Dave Garofalo, who also owns United Cigars. The Firecracker cigars are typically a 3.5 by 50 Petite Robusto that features a long pigtail. Over the years, various manufacturers have made Firecracker series, including Agrinorsa Leaf, All Saints, Dunbarton Tobacco, and Trust. El Artista, Fratello, Kristoff, La Flor Dominicana, My Father, Perdomo, Roma Craft Tobacco, Roja Cigars, Selected Tobacco, and Tatuaje. Where early releases were exclusive to Two Guys, the series is now distributed nationwide by United. Coinciding with the Two Guys Smoke Shop hosting a Father's Day weekend cigar dinner featuring Al and Amanda Micallef, father and daughter, on Saturday, June 14th.
All right.
Roma Craft made a firecracker?
Yes, a couple of years ago.
Oh. You didn't mention pylon.
No, I've got two stories running together here.
After all that.
Yeah, I made to be quiet, though. You're interrupting. I hate when you interrupt my stories. You just sit tight there and wait.
So I wonder how long they were sitting in the pylon room.
Well, apparently since 2024.
Okay.
That's what he said.
No, that's when they rolled them.
They're doing a father-daughter dinner up at New Hampshire. If you and Teddy would like to go.
New Hampshire?
For the release of the firecracker?
Right.
My daughter's 5.
Yeah, hold on a sec.
It's a dinner. It's outside.
They're doing a dinner.
I'm asking you to go smoke cigars with her.
And buy cigars and smoke cigars with a father-daughter?
Mr. Pylon's taking his daughter.
I'm sorry.
Kristoff Signature Series PCA exclusive 2025 arriving in stores this week. Kristoff's new limited edition, well, maybe it's not new, that was released in 2025 PCA Convention Trade Show is set to arrive in stores this week after the company began shipping them as May came to a close. The cigar is a 6.25 by 54 Toro Extra with a blend that uses a Mexican San Andreas wrapper. Everybody's using Mexican San Andreas now. An Ecuadorian Habano binder and a Nicaraguan Habano filler. The cigars are made at Tabacalera von Elkin, SRL, in the Dominican Republic. The factory formerly known as the Charles Fairmont Factory, is the Kristoff Signature Series PCA exclusive 2025 size and blend. It seems familiar. It's because it's not exclusive and not even that limited.
Oh.
It's the same blend and size that the company released at the Kristoff San Andreas Box Press Toro of 2020.
Perfect.
See, that's what you do. If it doesn't sell, you just,
Just
you come
redo
out
it.
with again.
Exclusive for retailer members of the Tobacconist Association of America. They have leftover from 5 years ago 750 boxes of 20 cigars with pricing set at $14 per cigar, $280 per box, which is slightly more than before, so they are making better margins now. As part of the release, Kristoff will donate 50 cents per cigar to the Premium Cigar Association, which is half of the new profit margin, allegedly.
Perfect. So it didn't really sell before. We're going to sell it for more money now.
Well,
Right,
there's
exactly.
inflation for the past 5 years.
We've been storing these things for 5 years in the pylon room.
We got to make our money back on these things, even though they don't sell.
Right. If they don't work here, we got to hold them again for another 5 years and come out with a new TAA cigar.
After 10 years.
After 10 years. 10 years of age in this tobacco.
At least they were truthful about it.
Well, I think half will find out. I don't think they admitted it.
Oh.
All right, the new game show that's sweeping the cigar community. Let's play What's the Score? Today's contestant, I know, we need music. Today's contestants, we have Mike, I Lift Heavy Things, Stepankevich from Altamont Springs versus Boots, Alcatraz isn't in the New York Harbor, Hippelhauser from Deltona.
Here we
Both
go.
players have both won one game each, so we start with a tie.
Boots isn't in, Alcatraz isn't in New York, you said?
Yeah, he's saying that now.
Oh, okay.
Everybody keeps telling him that. This week, we have two excellent cigars we start with. First, we're doing the Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust Year of the Duque.
Ooh.
I thought you said you pulled it from 2012 or
There's
something.
two of them. Just relax over there, sir. Don't hit the buzzer prematurely.
Also, he looked that one up is what he's saying.
Right. Reviewed by Brooks Whittington.
Okay.
Cigar Reviews, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, Year of the Duque. Country of origin is Nicaragua. Factory is Fabrica de Tabacos Joya de Nicaragua.
Okay.
The wrapper is Ecuadorian, Habano Rosado. The binders, Mexican San Andreas Negro. Fillers, Nicaraguan and USA, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Length is 5 inches. Ring gauge is 48. Shape is round. MSRP is $17.35 a box of 14 or $242.90.
91.
Release date, April 18th, 2025. Number of cigars released, 2,000 boxes. There was a lot of information there.
Yeah.
And there was 3 cigars smoked. All right, here's the first clue.
Okay. Wait, I thought we just.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we got to do it off the
yeah,
beginning.
sorry.
So you said 91?
Yeah.
I'm definitely going 92.
Okay.
He's playing the margins game.
He's
It has
ready.
been, okay, here's first clue. It has been a while since I have reviewed a cigar this small, and it feels small in my hand.
Okay.
Clue number 2.
That was the end of the clue?
That was the end of the clue.
yeah.
Okay.
It was funny. I thought it was funny.
That's nice.
There are 0 issues.
Wait, so wait, where are you at?
92.
I'm at 91.
Oh, you
so-
got to change it on every clue?
Well, we
what
have
we're supposed to do,
the
yeah.
ability to.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we did all 3 clues, and then you vote again.
No, we change as we move.
Okay.
Jesus, this
Yeah.
is like
All
the
right,
Patreon
clue number
here.
2.
This is the hardest clip to do, by the way, because it's usually a 6-minute long fucking interval.
takes forever.
And then I got to try and fit it into 1 minute.
Right. There are 0 issues with construction so far, as the burn line, smoke production, and excellent draws all work together in harmony.
Okay.
Anybody changing?
No, I'm sticking.
91, 92? Is that
Yeah,
where we're still at?
I'm 91, yeah.
Construction-wise, 2 of the cigars run into enough issues that I need to use my lighter a couple of times each. The burn line for the third cigar is razor sharp, but the smoke production remains high, and the draws for all 3 cigars are excellent.
I'm going 93.
93.
91.
Still 91. While I definitely have my favorites, it's no great secret that I have been a fan of just about every cigar that Saka has released so far.
He has been a fan?
He
of
has
it?
been a fan.
Okay.
And the Year of the Duque is no exception. The blend is bold but refined with main flavors that shift from Anise, A-N-I-S-E. It's a spice, I believe, but I don't know what it
Okay.
tastes like. Cedar, cloves, and earth, along with raisin and bready graham crackers. Sweetness combined with black pepper on the retrohale. 2 of the 3 cigars needed multiple burn corrections to stave off larger issues, but those relatively minor construction problems didn't disguise the fact that this is an excellent blend and a wonderful tribute to the wonderful person who has played a role. Okay, this is the final thought. That was the final thought.
Okay.
All right.
Boots?
No, you voted first. You keep going first.
So I'll go first this entire time?
No, on this particular review. Next
Yeah.
time we'll make him go first.
Okay, 91. I'm staying
All
91.
right, Boots.
93.
I think you read this one. It's a 91.
I have not.
Okay, it's
I
a
swear to
90
God, I have not read
It was
this
a 91. Okay,
Oh.
91. So score, Mikey.
It was, listen, here's how I got there. Brooks.
That was you said it before you even read any of the clues.
Yeah. Brooks. Dunbarton. And I know the cigar's a Corona Gorda. Right?
Yeah.
So those three things alone puts me at 91.
It's a good cigar. I would think you would grade it more.
And you didn't say anything enough for me to deviate off of that.
There was
91.
nothing. He didn't say anything bad.
Yeah.
Other than that one burn.
Yeah,
problem
there were a
with two
couple
of
of
the
burn issues, and I'm like, okay, well, would that drop it down? And then when he moved to 93, I'm thinking, maybe it's a 92.
He gushed about that cigar.
I could possibly go 92 at this point and still be safe. But I held fast at 91.
Yeah, every clue he gave pointed all fingers to 100, truthfully. But they don't give that.
No, he didn't. No, he said there were burn issues.
No, there were burn issues. Two of the three cigars had burn issues.
Yeah.
Razor sharp on the third?
But the
said-
third one was perfect.
And he said the smoke was good on all three.
All right.
I swear to God, I did not look.
No, I believe
don't-
you. Calm down over
I
there.
think- yeah,
My Lord,
nobody-
relax.
nobody-
I don't look at any
It's
of
a
this
silly
stuff.
podcast game. Calm down. January, we could set this up as
It's not a silly
as an
You're
entire.
a silly podcast game.
We could do an episode where this is the entire episode. We have a series of these,
Yeah, I know. But I
but
just
we need to do it with somebody else in it too.
Okay. Well, we should do it when we have guests as well.
We
work
should
them
do
out.
it with Greg.
Oh my God, that would be so bad.
That would be bad. We could do it with Skip when we do that one.
Okay. You want to know who the toughest person is going to be when you do it? If you ever do a halfway one, it's going to be Patrick.
I'm looking for other people,
Yeah.
but these two seem to do the majority of the review.
Patrick is going to be the toughest one. Brooks is going to be the most forgiving.
I don't know anything about these guys.
Charlie is going to be the toughest. Patrick could go either way.
Does the fourth guy ever do reviews? The guy that lives
Brian?
locally, Brian.
He used to. I haven't seen anything.
Well, I mean, I went back 2012. Okay, the next review is from January 2012.
January
It was from Brooks.
Ooh.
The Mike Ditka Championship Series
Camacho?
President cigar. No.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Yes.
Mike Ditka's cigar was made by Camacho.
No, it wasn't. Not this particular one.
Wow. 2012. Okay. All right.
Country of origin is the Bahamas.
The Bahamas.
Factory is Grey Cliff Cigar Factory.
Oh, my goodness.
Wrapper, Indonesian. Binder, Indonesian. Filler, Brazil, Honduran, and Nicaraguan. Length is 7 inches. Ring gauge, 46. It's a Churchill. Back then, it sold for $7. Box of $25 or $175. The release date is October 2001.
That cigar today is $21. Okay, Boots, you go first. What is your number?
There was 50,000 cigars released,
A Bahama cigar?
and they only smoked one.
Where does Brooks
They didn't
live?
smoke 3.
Only one.
Where is he from?
Brooks, he's a bald white guy. If that's what you're asking. He's not from the Bahamas.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 87.
Fuck. Oh, I was gonna go 88.
Okay.
Okay, then go
Hold on,
88.
wait a second. No. I'm gonna move to 86. I'm going to 86 on this pig.
All right.
All right, and this
Indonesian wrapper and binder. That's got to be
That sounds
god
horrific.
awful.
Yeah, that
in
sounds
this
like a
Vitola,
horrific-
the Mike Ditka Championship Series is seemingly perfect construction with a milk chocolate brown wrapper that is smooth to the touch and has no veins or bumps.
Yeah, because it's Indonesian.
That's clue number 1.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
I'm staying.
Still staying?
Yeah.
There have been multiple versions of Mike Ditka Championship cigars, and while I have not smoked any of the other models, everything I have heard and read indicates that any blend other than the Grey Cliff blend is inferior.
Oh shit.
I'm sticking.
These are good clues on this one. There's a mix. There's a very nice mix.
This is from 2012.
2012.
Damn, this is tough.
Which is really how far they go back.
We went all the way back to the end.
All the way back to they have every single review they've ever done on the website.
I love that.
Oh, I do too. We can play this forever.
We could play this forever.
They keep adding every week. They add 4 or 5, and we can go way back.
Okay.
So going forward, there will be a current one and then an older one.
Ooh, it's like a throwback.
Yes.
Okay. Shit. I'm still gonna stick with 86.
Boots?
I'm staying.
He's supposed to go first.
This was a surprisingly dry profile, and I drank quite a bit of water while smoking it. A lot more than I expected to.
Okay. Boots?
I'm sticking.
You're saying 87.
Yep.
I'm saying 86.
All right, final thoughts. Time has not been good to this cigar, and while there is one Micallef blend that does very well with age, this blend falls far short after that distinction. After smoking this, I honestly got exactly what I expected from a 10-year-old Micallef cigar. Boring, mild, bitter mush. There was some creaminess in the second and final thirds, but it did not ever come close to saving the cigar, and the bitterness was always present. The band is cool, but that is really the only reason to have this cigar. Not a very good one at that. If you ever see any of these for sale, make sure your money runs the other way.
Make sure they give you $20 for you to smoke.
Anybody want to change their scores?
I'm going to 84.
I'm going to hold at 86, but my God, that thing has got to pelt low.
65.
Holy moly! My God.
I
If anybody has this
low
cigar,
one.
if anybody has this cigar, please, I want to try it. A 65 rating, that's got to be
65.
Well, it's okay. They'll re-release it soon. Just like the other couple.
65. You had to go 13 years into the archives to find a 65.
I wanted to find a
rating.
low-scoring cigar.
You were like so happy that we were in the 80s. You're like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, Shabba.
It's a Brooks 65.
Right.
Like a Brooks 60.
He's the nice one.
It's got to be like a Charlie 30 at that
right,
point.
exactly. All right, Shop of the Week, Historic Smoke in Culpeper, Virginia.
Nice.
Listener of the Week. You have a listener of the week, Michael?
Julian Gordon.
I have Francis Soletto, but we can go with Julian.
Bong.
Before I knew that Julian ordered a shirt.
Julian popped off with,
Francis has worn his on Facebook, though.
he did wear his.
Yes.
All right, let's go, Francis.
All right, Francis Soletto, you're listener of the week. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Is that it?
That is the show. This has been episode 391 of Cigar Hustler Podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did.
All right,
Thank
make
you.
sure you catch us out in Pittsburgh the end of the month.
Middle of the month.
Middle of the
20th.
month?
I guess it's towards the end.
Yeah.
Third week.
Well, the dates? Say the dates.
Friday the 20th, we are at Harrisburg Beer and Cigars, and then on the 21st, we are at the Cigars Vault Oakdale.
Excellent. And make sure you jump on CH Pod and get your limited edition BDP 4th of July tank top. And that's it. Bye.
All right, bye.
Goodbye.
Welcome to the Cigar Hustler Podcast, the show brought to you commercial-free.
But a massive shout out to our amazing patrons on the Patreon.
Thanks to your unwavering support, we're able to do unfiltered, unbiased opinions. All things cigars, personalities in the cigar world.
Your backing makes it possible for us to keep it real.
Our listeners, cheers to you.
If you would like to become a Patreon member, go to www.patreon.com and search the Cigar Hustler Podcast. That one up.